Bam, bam, bam. What is up? And welcome back to the Lunchtime Rewind on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. It's me, Nando Talk. I hope you guys like that little intro. It's the first time I ever made one. It's the first time I ever little debuted it because I have not finished uploading my video on my channel, Nando Talk, which I will do so after the stream here. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in for me. What is up? Welcome. I'm hoping you're having an awesome Friday afternoon because it is Friday. It's the weekend. The Dolphins are 7-3 into the bye week. We're on top of the world. So why would you not be happy and razzled and dazzled? Bang, orang. We're doing good so far, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today? I was trying to connect the stream. I think it went close to on time for once, so we're good to rock. Good afternoon, everyone. Adam E, I just saw your DM. I just messaged you back, man. Congrats on securing your tickets. I'll be seeing you at the Dolphins game, and we'll be ready to rock, man. Hey, I appreciate you enjoying the new intro, man. I was playing around with some stuff, and I wanted to add a little razzle-dazzle, a little spice, and I finally got one down and cooking, man. Marino's GOAT, thanks for tuning in as well. And Adam Sadowski, of course. We've got the two legendary Adams in. You know it's going to be a good one. And Cap for life. Man, I hope everything's good with you and your family, bro. We're good to rock here on this nice Friday lunchtime rewind, everyone. But before I go in and as I allow people to join in through the chat, we just started up. As always, remember to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're almost up to 10,000. Stephen D., Mr. Daniels does amazing work, and the awesome team does as well. I hope you guys can hear me, by the way. I did not even – it looks like my audio should be good. But, yes, the team is doing phenomenal work day in, day out, throughout the week, providing you guys awesome Miami Dolphins content, some awesome vibes. And I'm trying to fix my camera nonchalantly. It didn't work too well. But, oh well. We are here, and we're cooking, guys, because, of course – there's some awesome team. Every day. Right now we're on Friday. We got the lunchtime rewind. Friday, 2 p.m. Probably rock for an hour, guys. Maybe open it up a little bit. Let people enjoy their lunch and their early afternoons with me. Later on, be sure to check out Finn's Takes with CB83 Friday, 8:30 p.m. Awesome show. But throughout the week, awesome content, guys. Mondays, I kick it off at 7 p.m. Nando Talk Miami Sports Music. Then check me out there. Always a fun little hour right before Monday Night Football. Usually some Victory Monday vibes. This time it'll be a little bit more bi-week talk. But on Tuesday, you've got Eric the Commissioner and Lorenzo Ice-T hosting the Dirty South's Fantasy Football Show. Check them out. They've got good debate on fantasy, whether it's waiver wire stuff, dynasty, IDPs, keepers, redraft, auctions. They cover it all. Everything to help you get that edge you need in your fantasy lineup and throughout the week, or if you even play some little daily fantasy action. On Wednesday, check out the man, the myth, the legend, Batman 2423, Finn's Aholic Show on the Miami Sports Music Network. He's got his own channel, so check him out there as well. But over here with us, he goes up on Wednesdays, 8:30. If you're in for some debate, if you want a panel, you want to hear the Batman's little viewpoint, you want to hear multiple fans throughout the league, throughout the U.S., wherever it may be, debating and getting into the action, definitely check the Finsaholic Show. Always a nice, fun time around there. Thursday, we got more twofers for the people. Friday, me and CB take it, but on Thursday, it's rocked and dominated by Jason and Notice. Awesome vibes, each in their own right. Jason at 7 p.m., the Thursday night kickoff, Miami Sports Hot Shots. Go for the vibes, the energy that Jason brings, just positivity up the wazoo. Then with Notice, you get the lovely evening vibes at 8 p.m. in the middle of the game. Start talking the football with her, but also, bring both perspectives. She'll get the English part of the first 45, and then that final 15, she goes for a little Spanish recap. It's always an interesting and great show with the great energy. Check out the whole team. We're bringing in great work. But I think that gave us a little enough time to get the show started. Green Rat, thanks for popping in right now. Finn's up, right? Hey, there we go. Tori Jackson, thank you as well for joining. Let's go, Miami. The soul is so other things. I might even Dolphins could bring it back to Super Bowl back home. Sorry, my glasses are not in. I don't know if I read that correctly, but Level 2 noob, thank you for joining in. We're good to go right now. Hey, if the Dolphins are destined to win the Super Bowl this year on the anniversary of our 50 years since the 72 undefeated season. Well, we're not undefeated. No team is in the NFL anymore. Thank you to the Washington Commanders. We're here, ladies and gentlemen, 7-3 into the bye week, looking like there's a chance for the Miami Dolphins to actually be legitimate contenders for once, to actually be in there, jam packed and ready to go, ready to know what they have to do. It's interesting. Um, wow, I just realized the little Facebook thing disconnected. Click here to reconnect. Dun dun dun. Oh, well, I don't have any access to this. Oh, well, that's why it's not connecting. To those who usually watch through Facebook, I apologize. It looks like Miami Sports Music has lost connection to the Facebook stream. And I don't have access to Steven's Facebook, so that's going to be something he's going to have to check in if he is listening. But perfect. You, thanks for tuning in. Going to be boring without the Finns playing, but our guys like Armstead need the rest desperately. And I agree. I think a week 11 bye is perfect. If you want to talk about a Super Bowl push, we have perfectly segmented the season into almost two halves. Week 11 allows our guys like Armstead, like Howard, who seems to hopefully be needed a little bit more time to get that rust shaken off. Our offensive line in general, just our entire offense team, our running backs, top to bottom, this roster needs that week off to rest, prepare, and get them back to a little winning action. We're on a 4-game win streak. I don't want to see that derailed due to needless injuries. This is what we need to see from the Miami Dolphins. Okay. At 7-3, I'm looking for the Dolphins to use this bye week to reorganize, get healthy, and replan for a nice playoff push, maybe even a Super Bowl push, because that's where the Dolphins stand as of this moment right now. We are looking at the number 2 seed in the AFC. We are top of the AFC East, and a couple things need to fall in our way, in the right way, to maintain that. And while the Dolphins aren't playing this week, it's going to be interesting to see games around the NFL. Yes, they suck because they're not as good as the Miami Dolphins, not as electric offense, not as popping, not as energetic and high flying with Tyreek and Waddle, swimming past you left and right. Okay, it's not the same, but there's still going to be some good action around the league that can involve helping the Dolphins in the standings and in this playoff picture. Boss man Noob says, I'm going to the Colts game with some buddies this weekend. I'll take notes from Jeff Saturday, the only undefeated coach in football. Hey, man, Saturday on Sunday, those are the kind of vibes we need. I know you and I knew we had him winning his first game, so I love that he's still undefeated, and he'll probably win this week again. I don't even know who the Colts play, but we're always rocking Jeff Saturday right now, okay? Who do the Colts play, Noob, since you're going to the game? It's going to be a fun one. A little – I guess it's in Indianapolis, so there you go. You can enjoy the vibes, man. But right now, what I want for the Dolphins in the meantime to look at is, okay, the Packers already messed it up. Where did this little note go? Dun, 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 dun. It was the teams that we needed to win. Wow. Okay. That's fine, Twitter. I mean, my freaking notes aren't loading up, so I'm gonna have to go to Twitter and see where I pulled this tweet up from. But the Dolphins need a couple of significant wins. Already the Packers messed it up. Ryan Tannehill played the spoiler as the Miami Dolphins are no longer the only 7-3 team that I can think of because the freaking Tennessee Titans also won. Okay. Hold on. Why is this person calling me? Sorry about that. I don't know why people call me. I'm not a big call, guys. If you need to talk to me, text me, and then I can tell you I'm streaming. But I'm not alone. Oh my gosh, my freaking. There we go. All right, guys. The Packers had to beat the Titans in order for the Dolphins seeding guide. It is very important for a couple games this week. We need to pay attention to. Okay. Colts versus Eagles. That's a fun one. Hopefully Saturday can beat the Eagles. Little damper their spirits even more. I mean, the Commanders already played spoiler, but anytime the Eagles can get a little closer to earth, let's humble them a bit. The Packers are also just fine as the Titans will already clinch that sorry division. We also want the Packers in disarray just in case we need to play them for a higher playoff spot. I agree. My thing is, it's not the most logical analysis, but Aaron Rodgers isn't going to lose every game this season, and I would have loved to see them beat the Titans so it gets a little muddier there in the AFC South, but also so that I can guarantee, okay, one of those losses, one of those wins Rodgers is going to try to pull out, already taken care of. Now we can for sure beat them. I think we'll beat those sorry-ass Packers. They did not look pleasant at all yesterday to watch. 27-17. Besides Christian Watson, there was not many bright spots on that team. Aaron Rodgers definitely looks mortal right now. So I'm not too worried about the Christmas game, but hey, it would have been nice to see the Packers beat the Titans, and then we would have been, I think, actually in a very favorable spot to lay a hurting on them on Christmas. But I still think we'll win that game. We're good to rock. I got my little notes up though, if this wants to work. Do. All right. So the Packers over the Titans was massive, but hey, like you said, if the Titans clinch the AFC South, they're not even contending with us. It's not even an issue. Okay. We need the Carolina Panthers, little Baker Mayfield action to beat the Baltimore Ravens. That would be glorious. Okay. It's not too inspiring out there in Carolina. They traded away Christian McCaffrey, the engine of their team. So they're really relying on Baker freaking Mayfield and DJ Moore, who's a nice receiver. Terrace Marshall has been popping off as of late, the young LSU kid in his second year. But at the same time, guys, it's still Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. The Panthers, come on, boys. Pull up a win. Brian Burns, lay a hurting on Lamar, and hey, muddy it up for us there as well, man. So then Browns over the Bills. Now, this game is very annoying because it got moved to Detroit in a dome where Josh Allen can unleash his arm, whereas in Buffalo, where there was apparently a bunch of snow, and now they had to move the game. I could be talking out of my butt, but from what I was seeing, it doesn't seem like it was going to be that. It wasn't, and didn't end up being that record-breaking snow it was looking at. The Orchard Park is absolutely covered in snow, and there's some cars missing, and some people are starting to lose power. So it's concerning on that end, and I hope that it gets rectified. I don't know how usual that is for Buffalo, but the game has been moved. Hopefully, hey, prayers up for the people of Buffalo. We need to, aside from football, hopefully those people are all safe. But it would have been nice to see a little snow game action. If you look at it from just a football point of view. Not from the transportation and the logistics and the safety and all the road hazards and whatnot. But I would have loved to see the Dolphins. I would have loved to see a little Nick Chubb in the snow in Buffalo. But now they play in Detroit. Thankfully, the game's not moved. The schedule's not like cluttered up. It's going to still be played on Sunday at Ford Field, and we'll see how Buffalo tries to play in that dome. I think it's wild that the Bills don't have a stadium with the dome, considering where they are. Buffalo, New York is literally one of the snowiest places in America. So people say it's the snowiest city. And then when I used to live in Syracuse, though, when I went to Syracuse University, they said Syracuse was the snowiest college in America so I don't know if there's a distinction because there is universities in Buffalo. So I don't know how that all plays out, guys. But upstate New York, different beast with the snow. So dome would have made sense. Then it would have allowed them to continue to unleash Josh's big arm, but apparently not. They're going to build another outdoor stadium, and I guess this will continue to be an issue as well. But, oh well. Missing a little chat, so we're going to pop back in there. Yeah, we've got plenty of time to get the top seed in the AFC. Of course, these games don't really matter. Right now, it is week 11. It's more of just like a rooting guide. If you really want to root for a team or not, finding some holes, like finding some way to occupy your Sunday. For me, for the most part, when I watch football and it's not the Miami Dolphins on my phone, Like, I'm kind of enjoying the game, but I'm not too interested. It's almost like going on a mediocre date. Hey, it's a date. Like, I'm having fun. Like, I want to be there, but it's like, I'm not being the most polite date. I'm checking my phone. I'm looking around. I'm getting a little too many drinks at the bar because I've got to find some way to entertain myself when it's not the Miami Dolphins, the one true love, the only team that really captivates the heart, guys, as you can see, you know. And I'm nowhere near as hectic as some of as the other great Dolphins content creators. But hey, my room's coming along. It's looking nice, man. But hey, we've got plenty of time to get the top seed in the AFC, let alone lock up the AFC East. But if the Browns can pull off a win against the Buffalo Bills, that'd be lovely. Just stick it to them even further. Just send them into a bigger spiral of despair as they go on a three-game losing streak. Hey, anytime I can root against the Buffalo Billy Boys, that's a vibe. Packers already had their Super Bowl with the Cowboy win. That is true. Like, that was a big pull it out, a very emotional. Kind of why I expected. I didn't really have too much hope of them beating the Titans, considering how scrappy and tough the Titans come to play. Hey, they freaking. I still talk about it. Like, they went to overtime in Arrowhead with Malik Willis at quarterback. Insanity. Being a PA Fin fan, Eagles are unbearable. I agree. Josh Capel or Keppel, not sure how I pronounce that, boss. So I'm gonna call you Josh K. Josh K, though, I like it's I can only imagine the unbearable nature of having to live in Philadelphia behind enemy lines and having to hear them harp and cheer on about how great these Philadelphia Eagles teams are, when all signs point to the fact that whenever they face adversity, they have hiccuped a little bit at the very least, if not, they lost to the Commanders. But I want them to get a little bit more humbled. So, hey, for your sake, Josh K, let's let the Eagles lose. Let's go Colts. Let's go Colts. Thanks for watching all the way from PA, though. That's awesome. 999 virtual super chat. Keep up the good work. Hey, thank you for tuning in right now, boss man G. We just got to win every game from here on out. I can see us for sure beating the Texans, 49ers, and Chargers. I bring up my favorite little card, the favorite addition to my wallet of all time. Wow, this thing does autofocus. That's sick. We got the Texans, the 49 Texans at home, 49ers away, Chargers away, Bills away. And then we've got the freaking Packers at home, Patriots away, Jets at home. That's the upcoming schedule, ladies and gentlemen. The Texans game is obviously a win. Davis Mills, sorry. It's not going to be really happening for you, but at one point he was looking like the best quarterback in the 2021 class, mainly because all the other ones had terrible rookie years. But Davis Mills just doesn't have the weapons. He just doesn't have the firepower. They've got a couple young pieces like Damian Pierce is nice at running back, very violent runner. And then Nico Collins is a decent wide receiver too right now to Brandon Cooks, but he should be on that team for a while. Like, he's one of those players who's not going to get gutted when they continue to rebuild. That being said, they just don't have the firepower or the weapons to even hold up with the Miami Dolphins, So I think we can for sure beat the Texans. The 49ers, Chargers, Bills away stretch. My previous thoughts had been before the season, back in May, even I had said that we were going to go 12-5, 7-3 before the bye, and 5-2 after the bye. The 7-3 has worked out so far. I didn't think we'd beat the Bills and the Ravens. I thought it'd be one or the other. And no way did I think we'd lose to the Jets. But hey, 7-3, that's what matters. But using that same logic, 5-2 after the bye. Think about it. A win versus the Texans. Then that 3-game road stretch versus the 49ers, Chargers, and Bills in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Buffalo. I wanted us to go at least 1-2. I thought probably a loss to the 49. Oh my God, there's like a ringing noise in my ear. Oh my God, that hurts my head. I wanted us to go at least 1-2. Maybe a loss to the 49ers. I thought they were going to display a little bit more toughness. Their defense is pretty good, but it was mainly the fact that Kyle Shanahan knows Mike McDaniel so well and knows how to fit him, like what tendencies Mike McDaniel is going to have. And I didn't know how that was going to really fit into the McDaniel game plan of just surprising and shock and awing coaches, because Shanahan knows his tricks. So I thought maybe a loss to the 49ers, definitely winning against the Chargers, A lot of that was predicated on the fact that I think that the Miami Dolphins team was going to rally against Justin Herbert and against that storyline, that narrative of we're tired of our quarterback, our captain being bashed around. Who is this chump, Justin Herbert, J. Herbie barely loaded? Like, we are out here to rock him up. So I needed to see more, but it was mainly a hope. Now that the team is actually rallying around Tua, now that we've actually seen what this team looks like with and without Tua Tagovailoa, I can assure us that we're going to beat the Chargers, that we are going to smack around the little hapless Herberts and going to continue to win down. Even Los Angeles, sorry guys. And then in Buffalo Bills going up to New York, I wasn't sure. I thought if we beat Buffalo in at home, I thought we would lose to Buffalo away and just split the games, play that a little safer, and go 1-3. Then would be 2-2 so far after the bye week, and then just win out, baby. Then you beat the Packers at home. Like we're looking at right now, the Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are reeling. Like, it's an easy win, I think, if they continue this downward trajectory. Then we go to Foxborough. I'm not afraid of Bill Belichick and Mac Jones because Tua Tagovailoa is undefeated against the Pats. So where would the fear come in? And then you come back at home versus the Jets in a game that's probably going to be massive for playoff seeding if the Jets continue this upward trajectory. And hey, a big game like that could even have implications for a first round playoff bye. Yeah, I know the Dolphins are going to take that opportunity. We're going to dog on the Jets and let them know, oh, you thought you beat us you thought you scored 40 on us because you deserved 40. No, you had a couple lucky plays towards the end of the game where everything was collapsing and we were trying our desperate selves to get a win. And it literally, we just turn it over. But that's not going to happen again with QB1, with Uno. We'll beat the Jets. So 5-2 after the bye, beyond realistic in my opinion. We just got to win every game from here on out, baby. Like, if we go 7-0, if we win the table for 14-3, I think that's Tua Tagovailoa MVP. That's Mike McDaniel, Coach of the Year. That's Tyreek Hill, Offensive Player of the Year. Like, we're 14-3, undefeated with our started quarterback. Why? Oh my! Like, I'd be ecstatic, over the moon, jonesing and believing we'd be well on our way to a Super Bowl if we went 14-3, bro. But 12-5, I definitely believe is in our grasp, right there for the taking. If the snow band moves north, the airport may get shut down and the Jills fly out tomorrow. We get over 3 feet where I'm at right now, if not more. Yeah, and I mean, you are in Buffalo, man. So how are you doing, man? I hope everything is okay with you on your part, man. And also, people are starting to lose power. Over 3 feet of snow, that's ridiculous. I am a Miami boy through and through. I mean, I was born in Peru, moved here when I was 2, and I did go to Syracuse University for my freshman year, but I had to leave because the snow was so crazy. Like, the first time I was in a snowstorm, I remember I left my class, like a big test, and I go out there. Yeah, I left at the end of midterms, and I go out and I'm trying to walk back to my dorm and I get totally lost. And I'm talking about, I'm walking out of class past the little lunch halls and then straight down the left. I would have gone to my dorm. I walked straight past it. I turned around. I was like, oh, snap. I don't even think I'm near the school anymore. And I tried to pull out my phone, and it was so cold that my phone shut off. You know, when your phone overheats. No, it was like phone cold, turning off. And I got lost for like a good 10 minutes until I finally almost ran into the building, and I was saved. But I went, and then I realized I didn't even run towards my dorm. I ran into like a cafeteria, a little food halls. So me and the snow do not mix well. So Adam, I hope you and everyone in Buffalo is doing well right now. The Bills just lost their home field advantage and keep Allen throwing to wear out at elbow. Yeah, like, it's kind of crazy that we heard that he was suffering these elbow problems, and they're still airing it out. They're still not changing this commitment to the run, and it's showing that Allen's not fully healthy. But doesn't matter. No one in the NFL right now is fully healthy. Okay, it's one of the reasons why this Week 11 bye is so precious for the Miami Dolphins. Everyone needs to heal up. Hey, Josh K, we're hoping for that win for you, man. Alan Williams probably back by Dolphins game. Defense is still a bit injury riddled. I think San Francisco and LA games are tougher than we think. I agree, level 2 noob. In reality, it's starting to look like we might even win that San Francisco game. So if we do lose the Chargers game, I think it would suck. If Allen and Mike Williams are back, though, then what? Then Herbert displays the level that Tua is displaying right now? Sure. Then it comes out to a defensive battle, and like the Chargers oh so love to tell me, their defense sucks, even though Derwin James is lights out right now, and Drew Tranquil, phenomenal linebacker right now as well. They've got their pieces. They're banged up, but hey, I digress. So if Justin Herbert gets his weapons back and he gets to the Tua level right now, and if their defense is so bad, then I think we'll beat the Chargers handedly, my friend. Like, I'm still more worried about the 49ers game than I am the Chargers game because of Shanahan. I've also been told that Staley is one of the worst coaches in the world, supposedly, according to Chargers fans. So we should mollywop the Chargers. Like, I'm taking that dub, my friend. It sucks we lost 3 games, and had we not, Tua wouldn't put importance into getting rid of the ball quicker, and we can now see how important Tua actually is. I agree. I'm not going to say it's like a blessing in disguise, but it did allow us to readjust, refocus, and I'm not sure if it's coming back from the injury or if it was the extra mental reps Tua took while he was sidelined, or if this was just destined to be this case. But Tua came back, shook off the rust off that Steelers game, and has been absolutely lighting it up now, guys. We cannot understate the fact that, yes, over the last 3 weeks, 3 wins, 9 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. But if you extend it to 4 weeks, and the only reason why you wouldn't is because then it goes only up to 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. But it's 1,200 yards, like 70% completion rate at least, might even be higher. And he's just been balling out, man. Like, it's pretty scary to say the fact that Tua, man, is just a different beast right now. And it's something that we've seen. You even got to see it in that little mic'd up, like Mike McDaniel has instilled this confidence in Tua himself, has refound his confidence, his energy. I'm not sure if it's the coaching, if it's the weapons, if it's the fact that the man has a family and he's just dialed in. And that is what you need in a player, whoever it may be. I want all 53 of my Dolphins players to be this dialed in and locked in. And I'm looking at you, Jason Sanders. But I need them all with this energy. And thankfully, Tua is showing what we need. Okay. He is silencing the doubt. He is picking out narratives and ending them. Okay. I think the last narrative we need to even see is the cold weather game, because Chicago is pretty windy, guys. Like, Tua has adapted through every game this season, be it wins through tight defensive battles. And this goes to the Dolphins team as well, which is one of my points I was going to bring up. And perfect Q. I don't know how you inspired this rant, but here we go, man. This Dolphins team and Tua as well have won games in every manner that you can ask them to. Okay. You want a close defensive matchup, a tight little slugfest. You look at that Patriot to Steelers game where the defense said, we will make all the plays we need to, then you'll win. Okay. You want a nice comeback win. Okay, what do you want? 4th quarter? Let's look at the Ravens game where Tua and the boys went for 4 touchdowns, marched down the field again and again and again for Fiends win. And then, bada bing, bada bam, outdueled Lamar Jackson on fire. Okay, you want to see what the Dolphins can do in a big match where we're down by 2 scores on the road and we have to claw our way back to win. Look at the Lions game, man. You want to see a game where we have to go toe for toe, blow for blow, neck and neck versus a QB who is destined for a record-breaking day, who's hot and on track. Look at Justin Fields, 178 rushing yards, most rushing yards by a quarterback in the NFL history. And the Dolphins still beat that, and Tua still went out there 300 yards, over 300 yards, 3 TDs, no interceptions, clean football. This Dolphins team adapts. Tua adapts, and that is the mark of a team that has potential to make a big playoff push. And I know this is a lunchtime rewind, but I'd like to rewind and look back at those games so we can spring forward and look to what to expect ahead, guys. Like, there is no longer a game where I fear, oh my God, well, the Dolphins, we can only win if look at last year, guys. The recipe for wins was if the defense does not come to play If we're not out there generating turnovers, touchdowns on defense, short field positions, this team didn't have a hope and a prayer. You look at it now, and like I said, defensive slugfest, offensive slugfest, a blowout against the Browns, comebacks from behind, like going ahead and then staving off a team by continuing to generate points. Whatever this Dolphins team needs to do, McDaniels will whip it around. He'll work it up, and it's working. We're 7-3 when we've got all the right personnel in the right places. We need to continue that energy. We need to continue showing this adaptability, this ability to win games no matter what it takes, because that's what the best teams do. That's what good teams do, baby. I think preseason I had lost to San Francisco and the Bills to finish 12-5. Level 2 noob. We think too well, like we're just too smart of gentlemen, you know. That's exactly what I had. 13-4. That's what we are finishing this season with. John Christolakis, I love that. And I think that could come where, like, again, so I had 12-5 with losses to San Francisco or the Bills. I think we can pull out one of those games, and 13-4, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous, man. Adam E. I'm good here, bro. Power still on complete whiteout outside of the power still on complete whiteout outside at the moment. Getting this biggest blast right now. Tomorrow's supposed to be nasty as well. That 3 feet was overnight. Have the most right now. Dang, that's crazy in West New York. That's crazy. I hope you guys are staying safe up there. Wow. Can imagine that much snow. Because that much sand, you won't really sink in, but snow is crazy, bro. Like, it's not, I always, as a Floridian, I used to think that snow and sand were going to be the same composition, same texture. I'm an idiot, okay? And I can't believe I was throwing sandballs around as a kid. Those hurt way more than freaking snowballs. What's up, Nando? Talk Canes Dolphins 1989. Thanks for tuning in, boss. We're doing good right now. What is up indeed, man? If anyone had Shanahan's number, it would be Miami Mike. So that is the other argument of the sword, Josh K. We can either believe that the master, that the teacher is going to be better than the student, and that Shanahan knows all of Kyle's tricks, but it could also be the reverse, where Mike McDaniel goes, Coach K, Mr. Shanahan, I know something you don't. And he knows his little tendencies, and he knows his weaknesses, and he's taken into account getting ready for the moment where he has to slay the dragon, where he has to take down the final boss, his old coach himself. So, hey, that could be that's what I'm saying. That could be a game where the Dolphins actually sneak one by and beat the 49ers, man. Tua is going to sun Mr. Herbert. Hey, that is the dream. That is the plan. The dream could be that is only that Tua, no matter what, outduel Justin Herbert. I don't care what it is, but as long as we get a win, hey, man, we get a win. That's what matters to me, baby. Justin Ears are now saying that Herbert is not doing well because of that hurt baby back ribs and a baby back BS, man. Like, it's Justin Herbert. If you're really that hurt, man, just don't play football. Throwing game losing interceptions isn't helping your team anyways, my friends. So, oops. Herbie barely loaded is just such a funny quarterback. It sucks that he have to attack him so, but hey, I had to hear for so long about his overhypeness, overrated self, and now he's coming crashing to earth. So it's a fun time for us, for me, anyways. And I am being a hater, but oh well. We might never lose again, man. Hey, we truly might never lose for the rest of the season. 14-3, it could be possible. And then it makes you wonder, could we have gone undefeated? Could we have gone 17-0? Could we have gone 21-0? But oh well. Kenna Rankin, what is up, boss? Thanks for tuning in right now. We've got a good lunchtime rewind. It is always a fun, positive hour on the Fridays, talking sports, talking Dolphins, and just giving the good energy. I hope. Oh, I always forget. What are you guys eating for lunch? If you are eating lunch, or what have you eaten for lunch? What are you going to eat for lunch? It is the lunchtime rewind. I think that after this, nothing too fancy. I believe I'm either having a roast beef sandwich or just leftover raviolis from yesterday. Nothing too crazy. I know, but I'm going to be a little busy after this. So that's the lunch, man. I don't think Alabama has seen this type of Tua. That's what I'm saying. None of this Bama Tua anymore. This is Dolphins Tua. This is year 3 Tua. This is the most experienced this man has ever been, the most deadly. And I can't wait to see him keep growing, John. Nando Gunn to the head coach and GM of the year. Go. Oh, Mike McDaniel. Bam. Freaking Chris Greer. Bam. Because that Jeff Wilson signing, that trade, boom. Best trade of the trade deadline, man. 5th round pick who's going to plug in and play and get over 100 yards already in his second week on the team, already take over that lead running back spot for, again, a 5th round pick on such a cheap contract. Yes, baby. Bringing in Bradley Chubb, that big playmaker, especially now. Hey, prayers up to Agba. Hope he comes back. But we got that big pass rusher, baby. Yes. Let's go, Mr. Greer. Let's go, Mr. Mike McDaniel. Coaches and GM of the year, MVP Tua, Offensive Player of the Year, Tyreek. What a time to be alive. Wow, I just had a vision. Sorry, guys. I had to keep my eyes closed. The vision that kept coming. It was crystal clear. You know, Mr. Crystal Lock is crystal clear. Mr. Cap for life, there was no cap. It was all facts. That was a pure Nando Talk vision. Hate to break it to you. We'll love to break it to you, actually. Kenny Pickett had a concussion, came back the next game, and the media didn't talk about it. Talk about hypocrisy. Oh, I agree, Perfect Q. Players love to talk about player safety until it's people love to talk about player safety until it's actually their team and their players. Kind of goes against us as well. Like we're big guilty of it, but I find it hilarious when people try to say, "Oh, I mean that was a head injury. That doesn't count." Okay, well you look at Cameron Brate, who got pushed back into a game after they didn't even check his head, and bam, he got sent back in. Mike Tomlin saying if Kenny Pickett's healthy, he's going to play. Dolphins weren't granted that luxury, but I digress. It's always so funny. And then Josh Allen gets hurt, his elbows fricked, and Bills go, it doesn't matter. You got to trust the team doctors. That's all you can do. But the Dolphins weren't allowed to trust the team doctors. The hypocrisy is hilarious. The Dolphins' double standard is fascinating, man. But one day it'll change. They hate us because they ain't us, man. Chip on the shoulder keeps growing, and we'll use that negative energy as fuel to keep thriving. I was at Chicago game. Def windy, not too cold. Exactly. So that's why it's like the argument was windy and cold. Tua still has to play out the cold argument, I guess, because the windy one, taken care of, man. That's a fun time. Good afternoon, everyone. Stress-free football weekend. Bob, exactly, man. That's one of the greatest parts about the Miami Dolphins being 7-3 during the bye week is traditionally there was always a sour taste in my mouth. Watching the bye, I would go, dang, I wish the Dolphins could execute a play like that. I wish we could be up in a game like that. I wish we could be scoring on command. And I'd be scrolling through games with this, as positive as I am, the negativity would start to seep in. Okay. Because I wasn't watching my Dolphins. I was just thinking about them. But now that my team is 7-3, I can watch the bye week with a smile, knowing I don't care about any of you chums. Even if the schedule goes completely the wrong way for the Miami Dolphins during the bye week, once we come back, if we keep winning, it doesn't matter because destiny is in our own hands for once. No longer do I just have to sit here and rely on other teams to lose or sit around here and mope about my team not having it yet. We are the team that people are going to be comparing. I get to sit and laugh as I watch mediocre teams struggle for a win, knowing that my Miami Dolphins are kicking it up, relaxing, that my fellow Fins fans get to enjoy a stress-free football weekend. Thank you, Bob. As always, boss man. I hope Jason Sanders is lying on a psychologist's couch this bye week to try to fix his mental state. It's definitely a mental thing. It's the yips, the confidence thing for Jason Sanders, man. Like, I hope he's kicking 10,000 footballs. I hope he's resting and relaxing. I hope he's I don't know. He's on an island somewhere, getting his mind free of everything and coming back totally zenned out and ready to kick some balls. Okay. Because if not, we're going to have some ass to kick. So, Jason Sanders, please come back, brother. Nando 2 is playing very well against teams that kind of suck. Let's see what happens when they have to play against better defenses. You will finish at 10-7. With a playoff berth. Enjoy the ride. I genuinely doubt that the Miami Dolphins are only going to win 3 games over the next 7. We've already beaten good teams. We've played a freaking Buffalo Bills and won, my friend. Okay. And I don't want to hear any of this injuries crap and the sun crap. It doesn't matter. Okay. We are playing hard, well fighting teams, well coached teams. The Patriots know how to lock it up. Okay. We out here, we were playing the Steelers who played a tight defensive match. Freaking Tomlin coached up what he could, man. Like I don't remember if it's the Lions or the Bears, but one of them have a top 5 pass defense entering that week. So I want to say it's the Bears, man. Like the Dolphins, it's this narrative that we play teams that suck. We play who's in front of you, man. Like we have the same schedule for the most part as the Jets and the Bills, and we're number one in the AFC East. Like I don't know what you want to tell me, boss man. We're still good to rock, man. Like the Bills were telling me, okay, 2 short weeks ago. The Bills win the division? Talk to me when you get out of third place, bro. Talk to me when you get out of third place, man. Miami Dolphins, first in the AFC East. That's all I got to know. Now we have a running game. Cold weather games are not such a big deal if Tua struggles. Well, I don't even think it's about if Tua struggles. I just think that the game plan, again, this is a team that adapts to whatever is winning football. And it's one of the reasons why I was so thrilled with the Jeff Wilson trade is the fact that one of the biggest anti-Dolphins narratives was that when it comes to the cold, we're not built for cold football. We couldn't run the ball well. We're gonna have to rely on Tua, yada yada. Jeff Wilson over 100 yards, like Raheem Mostert staying nice and fresh with Jeff and him just getting a nice little tandem backfield duo. It's kind of clear to see the Dolphins are prepared for any game, and this includes cold weather football. If it's too cold, if it's too windy, let's let Jeff and Raheem Mostert absolutely rock it, man. Thanks, Josh. Dolphins defense is trash. Keep the Dolphins off the field and grind it out against the poorest defense. Oh, bro, the defense is not porous. It's just bend, don't break, man. The defense at the end of every game we've needed them to tighten it up. Okay. Like against the Bears, bam, stop them on 4th down. Okay. Like against the Steelers, bam, Noah Benogany with the pick. When the Bills were trying to be on the field for 90 plays, we stopped them. The only thing that sucks is that we're banged up. We've lost Nick Needham. We've lost Brandon Jones. Like, add that to the secondary that was already missing Byron Jones, freaking Trill Williams, Mackenzie Alexander. Like, this is a banged up secondary. But Sam Madison and Pat Surtain are doing a phenomenal job. And the offense itself is doing a great job. They keep that defense fresh. They allow those boys to say, okay, we let up a bit in the first half. Second half, we still got that energy. The offense has played well for us. Let's turn it up, man. This notion that the Dolphins defense sucks is a little bit flawed, man. Like we don't suck. We're just banged up and we're doing what we can do. We're just doing what we did every year. We bend, don't break. We're just bending a lot more right now, guys. Hopefully if Byron Jones comes back after the week, whole another ball game. Like then you allow Josh Boyer to employ that little zero blitz again. Like will be a whole nother defense. Well, all our young guys, Cater, Darth Cater, phenomenal top 10 ranked rookie defender right now, should get all his flowers, but I would love him to be a slot corner or be more of a depth piece because Byron and Xavier Howard would be different animals for this team. Green, you mean teams like the Ravens, Patriots? Do you about the Bills, or you think those teams kind of suck? Exactly, perfect Q. I'm behind on the chat, man. I'm trying to catch up right now. They hate to see it, baby. Patriots suck so much at 5-4, right? Bills played with many pieces missing in 100-degree heat. The Miami Dolphins played in the same heat. Like that's what I don't understand. Like do people think that like the Dolphins played at night and the Bills played in the daytime? Like, no, bro, it's the same freaking heat, man. Dolphins, other than Denver, have an awesome home field advantage the first 5 weeks of the season. Like, okay, and so then what? Every North team has an awesome advantage from November on. Like, what? So when the Dolphins go up north, do we get to tell them you can't play in the snow, you can't play in freezing cold weather? Like, it's insanity, man. Like, it's the weather thing is just so freaking funny, man. People keep crying about it. They can do what they please. Like, I'm not going to cry and moan over weather, okay? That's what separates football from baseball, soccer. I mean, even soccer, man. Like, soccer, they're about to play in Qatar in blistering heat. They play in Russia in the freezing cold. The ground is rock hard, okay, man? Like, basically only baseball is the only sport where you really cancel for weather. Okay, like football is football. It's a sport that's played outdoors and you can suck it up, whether it's the sun, whether it's the elevation, whether it's the rain, whether it's the snow. The Buffalo thing right now, a little different. Obviously, it sounds like they're getting some record stuff. My inside man, Adam E, is telling me. But the fact that there are still fans complaining about the 100-degree heat is ridiculous, bro. Sounds like poor conditioning on my part, man. To me, poor conditioning on their part. To me, it sounds like it's dumb. Chase one. Thanks for tuning in, boss man. Doing excellent on this Friday right now. How can I not be? The Miami Dolphins are 7-3 and top of the AFC East, baby. Poor boy sandwich from Popeyes. Ooh, I would love a little Popeyes sandwich, man. Damn. That's what I'm saying. If I didn't have the conveniency of just making a sandwich here or leftovers, I would definitely go and get myself some better food. But damn, a sandwich from Popeyes definitely got my stomach a rumbling right now. A salad, pat meal, cream pies, and honey buns. Damn, Rashad Brown, you're eating good today, man. I'm a little jealous now. My roast beef sandwich might not cut it. I might have to heat up the ravioli to at least feel a little closeness. Boom. Some yogurt and toast. There we go. It's like a breakfast of champions, Chase one. I got to assume you're either in an earlier time zone or you're having a nice light lunch, man. So hey, either one, respect for tuning in right now. Buffalo chicken finger sandwich, man. Ooh, baby, a buffalo chicken finger. Well, I'm 11 minutes behind on the chat. I do apologize, guys. I'm going to speed through this. Buffalo chicken finger sandwich. Man, that little spice and dice right now would be a wonder. Ooh, public sub. AB, you got to give me a little bit more than that, okay? There's so many pub subs. They're all delicious. They're all glorious. But you got to give me a little more than just a pub sub, man. You got to entice me a little. What's up, Kames? Yeah. Pub sounds so good, right? Chase one. Like I would love uh now I'm definitely not having my roast beef sandwich. Okay. Like we're getting a pub sub up in the chat. Like, no, 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 no. Now those are excuses. Perfect Q. You've got it absolutely on the nail correctly. Mm. Ooh, Adam E. Jalapeno chicken noodle soup with grilled cheese for lunch today. Talk about a lunchtime rewind meal. I thought the buffalo chicken finger sandwich had a nice little spice and nice. That little jalapeno chicken noodle soup. Okay. Dang. If you were sick, I feel like that'd be perfect. Oh, it's really cold there. That's definitely going to open up the sinuses, open you up, definitely warm you up. With some grilled cheese too, a little do the hunk and dunk. I might be one of I'm not too much of a spicy guy, okay? I can't really handle the jalapenos, but that's might have to tell my dad about that recipe, man. Yeah, he'd love that one. You already know with the pub subs, man. Yeah, no, I was more excited about the Jeff Wilson trade than the Chubb trade, man. Like I gave Chubb an A. I gave Jeff Wilson an A plus. Like that's mainly because as nice and flashy as Chubb is, you have to hope he gels with the scheme, gels with the players around him, and find his way on the team. It was more of a longer term. I obviously think Chubb is going to help us, but short term immediate impact, I think Jeff Wilson was the most immediate impact trade I've seen in a long time. Like, how often can you plug and play a player from another team and expect him to run your system? You can with Jeff because he knows that Mike McDaniel's system. Mike McDaniel knows him so well too. It's freaking beautiful. Head coach of the year, Brian Dabble. Best GM, Joe Douglas. You guys need to stop pumping the teal in the veins. If Joe Douglas doesn't win the division, he's not getting best GM. Like that offense is not fixed. Like Zach Wilson's still bumming it up. So I don't see how Joe Douglas made some fine moves. When you get that many first round picks, I hope you add some talent, man. Like it's not exactly like the Jets are setting the world on fire thanks to Joe Douglas. So now, Dabble, I'll give you that. Like I still think that there's talks for Sirianni, maybe Dabble. I mean, if the Giants start to lose games, no, like it's just not going to happen. And like the Dolphins, they win more games, then Mike McDaniel is the better coach. Sorry. Now that argument with the Eagles, a little different. Now the biggest argument for the Eagles was the fact that they were undefeated. Same thing with Hurts is MVP. It started to diminish now that they have lost that game. But we'll see how they react over the next couple weeks. Gonna buy, yeah. I'm not even gonna answer the green truth questions. I don't really care. Um, Gonna buy a Wilson Jr. patch to throw on my Ronnie Brown jersey. There we go. When we resign him, I'll buy a new one. Hey, patch vibes always got the good work on that, man. I saw someone do some little dub take action with it as well. Ronnie Brown. I was just telling my buddy Nathan. Hey, shout out Nate. Ronnie Brown, Jay Ajayi, Jeff Wilson, the next big 23 in Miami football running back history, baby. We're good to rock, man. I love that, man. Level 2 noob, 1000%. We got a bell cow back. We got a bell cow, baby. I see what you did there, Mr. Cap for Life. I love the little emoji talk, man. There we go. We're good to rock, man. Get off the Meth Life Stadium, Jet fan. You're losing this Sunday. There we go. Yeah, for once I get to root for the Patriots, man. How wild, how painful it may be for me. Screw the New York Jets. Jets sucks. You probably didn't even hear me because I went out of the mic, but Jets sucks. Okay? Bam. Rest your fingers this bye week. Yes. Relax. No Twitter fingers. We can be chilling. We may lose, but we finish with a better record than the Trash Fins with your folly floater timing QB. I have seen this story before. We both had a Tua. His name is Chad Pennington. What has Zach Wilson done besides throw to ghost and throw to interceptions? For Jets fans to actually tell me, oh, it's just Zach just doesn't want to check down. He gets bored and he just rolls and just tries to make a play. That's just called being an idiot. Okay. That's just called Zach Wilson just throwing picks. Okay. You got talented receivers like Eli Morris saying, throw me the goddamn ball. And Zach Wilson can't even find these weapons. Okay. And then you guys want to attack Eli. If I was Eli Moore, I'd be pissed too. I'd be like, I've got to stay in this bum-ass team, this bum-ass Jets fan base, this bum-ass Meth Life Stadium, and I still can't even get some action. And I've got to deal with little baby boy Zach Wilson who can't even conduct a competent offense. Couldn't be me. I'm glad I don't have to root for the New Jersey Jets. I get to root for the glorious Miami Dolphins, top of the AFC East right now. Bada beam, bada bam. Okay. I guarantee you will be 10-7 at the end of the season. You guarantee. Green truth, what are we talking about? I'll give myself a reverse faux hawk, man, if the Dolphins finish 10-7. I'll shave right down the middle and we'll be good to go, bro. But you got to do the same or something comparable, I guess. What would be the bet? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just going to do. So what, if the Dolphins don't finish 10-7, will you shave a faux hawk down your head? A reverse faux hawk? That'd be a fun time. Dude, we have the same schedule as the Jets. So, like, literally, the Dolphins have played the teams the Jets have played. We're just done better than you. I'm sorry to say. I need Sanders to keep missing one extra point a week so Steven can't talk about 40 burgers. Yeah, I instantly thought about you. I was like, oh, 40 burger. And then being mixed extra point, I was like, oh, Noob and the boys are going to love this. They're going to have a field day on this one on Steven's behalf, man. No 40 burger, no 40 piece, whatever we bid. Bada bing, bada bam. Yeah, the Bills 0-2 in the division. So funny. That's why they're third place, baby. The Fin Tank. Oh, well, for the Buffalo Billy boys. Wow, I'm reacting really late to chat stuff, man. All right, I'm going to zoom through. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the Vegas number of Fins wins at 7 or 7 and 1.5? Yeah, like the Dolphins are about to pass already the Vegas number. Like that's why I said that's the lock of the year. That was easy money. Thank you to Las Vegas for just paying for some extra drinks for me, baby. 8.5. Damn it. We're so close. So close. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom through. Enjoy your MILF Hunter QB. O-line is top 10 and the defense is stopping the number 1 to number 2 run game in the past 2 weeks. Can't explain it, bro. Exactly. Like, I don't understand where this defense is sucking narrative is coming from. I didn't even talk about how good this run defense is performing, man. Boom, 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 boom. Wilson is the guy at what? The guy at throwing interceptions, throwing to ghosts. Like I've not seen anything cool from Zach Wilson. I'm trying to zoom through the chat, guys. I apologize for falling like 10 minutes behind in the chat, man. Oh yeah. Pats own the Jets. Yeah, baby. I'm bald. LOL. Well, that sucks for you, man. This is a big bet for me because my dad is basically bald, and like if I shave down the middle, I probably will never grow that hair back. So hey, man, you're gonna have to do something for me. Fine. Green Truth. We'll both glue mustaches to ourselves, but from our nether regions. Okay, a little manscaping, then glue it right here, and we'll take a nice picture in the opposing team's jersey. Fun time, man. Nana, don't do that, please. People like Green will renege on everything. Of course, bro. It's all good, man. All in good fun, Green Truth. It's all good, man. We finally caught up. It's Jeff Wilson, not Zach Wilson. Okay, my friend. Okay, we can agree on that then. Good to rock. Imagine Chiefs lose and Dolphins go to number 1 seed in the conference. And yes, I would be ecstatic with that. I have now officially caught up through the chat, so I apologize. If you'd like to re-interact in there again, I am good there. Vasco Campeón, Flamengo Basura. I assume that's what you mean. Hey, man. For Brazil, we always root for Grêmio just because of my dear friend and his late father. So, but Vasco da Gama, congratulations to them if they have reached the championship, man. I loved riling up. Hey, all good fun, man. You guys are fun. I'm enjoying this. I also agree. It's always a fun time talking a little smack between opposing fan bases, man. It's all in good fun. Grêmio is good. Okay, hey, we like that. Okay, we'll take that one. Shout out Pedro forever. But yes, we'll take the Grêmio, baby. Bam. On a bye week at that. Exactly, man. I think we'll refocus on the show now that I've gotten back up through the chat. Now that I've caught up a little bit, and I apologize for slacking around about that, man. Level 2 noob, thank you, bro. I was a little behind on the chat. I didn't realize how far behind. I think we caught up. I think we're good to go, man. Thanks for tuning in, boss man. Thanks for enjoying the little lunchtime rewind, and I hope you enjoy your lunch, man, or have enjoyed your lunch, whatever it may be. But thanks for tuning in, man. I always say I'm going to open up the panel, and then I forget to, man. I just get too wrapped up and sucked up into talking, guys. So it's a poor character trait on my part. Gets them too self-absorbed. But to recap before it got massively derailed. Panthers over the Ravens, Browns over the Bills. For the Steelers to beat the Bengals, we'd love to see that. Considering we've beaten the Steelers, have not beaten the Bengals, just little tie implications and whatnot. Chargers over the Chiefs. That's a tough one for me to stomach, but as FinTank just brought up, man, if the Chiefs lose, the Dolphins go to number 1 seed as long as the other games play in our favor. That'd be glorious, man. Absolutely glorious. Which game am I looking forward to most this weekend? So off that little Dolphins slate, like the Dolphins game that mattered to me the most, like I'm going to watch that Patriots Jets game for sure. Anytime I can watch some of our AFC East rivals, it's always a nice taste to see how we gauge up against them. Chargers Chiefs game should be some good football, and it's a win-win for me. You know, if the Chargers win, I get to see the Dolphins shoot up into first place, and if the Chiefs win, I get to continue to make fun of Justin Herbert, man. As for the whole week in general, though, like not taking those games into consideration, now that I know that Noob is going to the Eagles Colts game, I definitely want to check on the Colts and see Jeff Saturday continuing to win. Excuse me. But if not, that Cowboys Viking games 425 is also going to be a nice game. Bengals Steelers always got some good energy. There's some nice, interesting games throughout this week. Whether they have Dolphins playoff implications and how they affect us with the seeding, or whether it's simply just good football, good rivalry matches like that Pats Jets game, like that Steelers Bengals game. Thankfully, it's not a boring week of football. I'm very happy to know that the Dolphins at 7-3, I get to enjoy them. Green Truth, you're a legend, man. I appreciate that, bro. I know we were having some little good fun debates. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Steven's a great listen to as well, man. You are a blast, funny as heck. Steven is a great listen to. I thank you for enjoying the vibes, man. My favorite compliment ever is being told I'm funny because I'm not ha funny like I'm gonna tell you a joke, but I think I'm pretty quick on my feet and nice and witty at reacting, man. So I appreciate that, bro. Have for life as always. Oh, Adam, I can't believe I said Green Truth was the first Nathan, man. You, Adam, always always a real one, boss. I thank you for that, man. I know Steven will be thrilled, guys. If you ever want to like, comment, super chat it up as well, it's always appreciate it. I try to keep up with the chat as best as I can, but the super chat will always be good and read through, man. Thank you, Adam. You're a legend. Green Truth as well. Well, we debate and bicker. Hey, man, it's always in good fun. And that's like that's what I think that the AFC East becoming this competitive at this time, while it's a little annoying that the Dolphins don't have more of a time to shine, it allows us to have this good, healthy debate. It allows us to be sharp, all on our toes. The Dolphins won't get complacent. They'll always be looking to improve. And us fans won't slouch around too. We'll be able to keep our tongues sharp as well as we word battle with our other AFC East rivals throughout. So thanks, Green Shoots, for tuning in for that. That was fun. It allowed me to give some of my good humor off as well, man. No, I don't care. I don't want the Chargers to win anything, even if it means the Pats in the playoffs. I agree, bro. I was a bit of a hater, but Nicky Smokes talked me out of it on Tuesday, man. He did remind me that I got to put my hate aside, man. I've got to let the Dolphins get as good of a playoff seeding as well, man. It's too tough. And I hear Byron doesn't want to come back unless 100%. Isn't Armstead less than that? Yes. Armstead is playing through a toe injury. He's playing through just a bunch of lower half stuff. And Byron Jones being a little bit of a baby if he doesn't want to come back unless 100%. That being said, players have every right to decide their own health. And as frustrating as it is, this isn't a Will Fuller thing where it's your finger, you know? Byron Jones literally can't walk or run correctly unless he's fully healthy. So it's tough. It sucks, but Byron, please return at full health. Adam, I appreciate you, boss. Chef Jew, what is up, boss? Thank you for tuning in right now, man. Check your polls, pins off, subscribe, like, share, donate, become a member today. Your seat is waiting for you. And as Steven says, join the family. I did not do that nowhere near as good as Steven, man. But we tried. We came close. Bada bing, bada man. No way should you have the Pats in the playoffs. Chargers all the way. I want that team to have 30 years of misery. And on that, we can agree on. Nothing helped get me through the dark Patriots rule while knowing this team was irrelevant before Tom Brady. And you guys better enjoy it now because you're damn sure going to be irrelevant after Brady. And lo and behold, Bill Belichick is going senile. They're floundering around. They cannot win without Tommy Boy. They're not the same beasts. And while they may be 5-4, they are clearly a step behind the other three teams in the AFC East. And I would love nothing more than to see the New England Patriots slide into the abyss. 40 years of pure misery as that team struggles to even know what 500 means. Nothing would make me happier. Lunchtime rewind. As the ambassador of the MSM Podcast Network, if anyone has a problem with how people are acting against one another or them being disrespectful and rude, etc., please bring it to OG Nando Talk or myself, please. Thank you. Agreed. If there is an issue with the chat, if there is some stuff going on, definitely let me know. I did skim through like 10 minutes of chat, so maybe there was something I missed, but for the most part, I believe that it was all a good, healthy debate, healthy clashing around. Um, but hey, if there was an issue, definitely let me or Chef June know, or let Steven know, and we'll definitely write that away. I just try to scroll through just in case, but then stay with CB83, Nando. What's good, my boy? Keep getting after it. Only the family, man. Hey, we're good to go right now. Definitely check out CB83 later tonight. Finn's takes with CB83. It is at bang 8:30. So definitely check out this beast. All right, guys. If only I had the orange jersey in practice, I'd be playing Bandera, either domination or broken. All right. Got something in my throat, and it's I was trying to go on for a little bit longer, but I think I cannot. But the more losses that Belichick has, the further he is away from breaking Shula's record. Guys, next time I'm on the show, I will show the video clip of my dad who genuinely believes that Bill Belichick's name is Belichicken. Bill Chicken. Bill Chicken. Every time I go, Dad, who's playing today? Dolphins versus Bill Chicken. And I love it. I love it. And I'm never going to correct him. So Belichick, Bill Chicken, whatever it is, the more losses he can have, man, screw him. I want them to slide on the abyss. They don't know what pain is yet. They don't know what it is to be suffering. Sorry, New England fans. Take a world of hurt, baby. Yeah, see, hey, Adam, definitely check him out later, man. Boss Man Q, Stay Bled Oos, thank you for tuning in, man. Hey, you're a real one. Thank you for always hopping on, Q. A legend as always, man. I'm hoping the Steelers beat the Bengals, by the way. So, but hey, Dolphins, get to enjoy this bye. Toast into the weekend, man. Hey, Finn's take with CB83. CB83, I might be coming on this weekend, man. Might have to pick myself up some drinks, bro. But hey, I'd love to hop on for a little bit, bro. I drove about that, man. Oh, my dad sounds like a great man, bro. Oh, I am Nando Talk Jr., bro. My dad is Nando Talk Senior, the great, the legend, Fernando the First. So of course he's a great man. Of course he's a great legend. My passion, my energy pales in comparison to the monster, the eminence that is my father. And I can only strive to be him. I'm 6 feet, guys. He packs all that energy into 5'7", man. So, hey, it's pretty crazy. I can drink about 10, 15, maybe 20 beers if I'm like dedicating the entire 12-hour day to it. My dad'll smoke me, man. He's the record I think we had at a wedding was I had 21. My dad had 47 beers. And that's all I remember. So my dad is a legend, bro. An absolute monster. The chief of chiefs. OG Chef Jew. Q, thanks for tuning in, man. We are winding down right now, honestly. It is time for me, myself, to eat, and I will not be eating a roast beef sandwich anymore due to the delicious food options that were shown to me in the chat. I will be staying with a little leftover ravioli, oli. I will never give you the formioli. But to everyone who has tuned into the Lunchtime Rewind, hosted by me, Nando Talk, on the Miami Sports Podcast. Wow, I totally botched that. All right. For everyone who has bared with me and tuned into the Lunchtime Rewind, hosted by me, Nando Talk, on the Miami Sports Podcast Network, just want to say thank you for tuning in. It's a blast every Friday at 2, at least until 3 o'clock, maybe a little longer, always depending on the voice and the throat. Providing you a little rewind, a recap of whether it be the week, the season, the day, the last couple of hours, whatever it may be, and then taking a look ahead and setting you guys up for a nice energy-filled weekend. Perfect cue. The oos is loose. I hope that's not been invented already? Because I thought that yesterday when I was walking out my door, and I thought, like, I was a genius. The oos is loose. But then I realized it's probably already a thing. So, yeah, gotta hydrate that voice. I agree. I do not take too good care of my voice, considering I scream as much as I do, considering I have asthma, and then on top of that, the podcast and stuff. I perpetually have a cough drop in my mouth, man, but I need to do a better job of taking care of my voice, whether it's tea, whether it's just over not stressing it as much, but I already feel it coming. Um, Bam. See you next week. Yes. Hey, Monday, 7 p.m. Nando Talk, or 2 p.m. We're good to rock, man. Green Truth. Always down for a little debate, boss. Josh K, thanks for tuning in, man. You enjoy your food as well. And hopefully the Colts win so those Eagles fans around you simmer down a bit. Love to see TJ Watt, especially on my IDP Dynasty team, man. TJ Watt, I declined 2 first-round picks for you, TJ, so you better be balling for me, the best defensive lineman in the game. Come on, boss. You can never outdo your old man. It's impossible, man. It's literally impossible. Tea with honey, tea with honey. Adam, yes, I would probably make myself some tea with honey. Oh, my God. I will probably make myself some tea with honey after this. Imagine if I was a rock star. Well, we all just want to be big rock stars. Yeah, I would love to be a rock star. I still have always said top dreams in the world. If I could be good at anything, rock star, Formula One driver, and then number 3, I don't know, probably be like the best pilot in the world. That'd be sick. But yeah, those are definitely the top 3 jobs. But rock star, man, my voice cannot hack it. We cannot live up to it, man. Bro, Nikki's hilarious. TD, funny ass dude, man. Honestly, for whatever you say, the troll king. But hey, Mr. Perfect Q, I appreciate it. And to everyone who tuned in today, 2 p.m. lunchtime rewind. I'll always be here on the Miami Sports Music Network. Check me out at Nando Talk as well. I'm hopelessly terrible at plugging myself. I should have done it when we had about 50, 60 people in the chat, but now we're doing it with half that. And it's all good, guys, because if you want to ever check me out, definitely give me a little sub right there. No, we're good to rock. Miami Sports Music, guys. Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Steven. This entire team is awesome, guys. Check us out later today with CB83. Finn's Take with CB83 at 8:30 p.m. Check me out again at Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. here on Miami Sports Music Network. If you want to check me out in general, that's the link to the channel. We're about to hit 450 subs. The road to 500 continues, and then hopefully 1,000. But tea with honey and lemon, that would definitely help. Go Browns. I'm not saying that second part, but we are rooting for those little lame treats. You know how it is, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you next week. Check out the whole team as well. And this has been Lunchtime Rewind on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network, hosted by Nando Talk. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next week, guys. Thank you, everyone.